Hey guys, this is the Closet Geek episode 51 for August 28th, 2014. Oh, play.
Closet Geek.
There we go.
Coming to you each week in Closet Geek. All things of geeks critiqued in Closet Geek. Comics and games and tech in Closet Geek. Lego, Star Wars, Star Trek in Closet Geek. We are not nerds, we have some social skills to call our own. Closet Geek.
Hey guys, welcome to Come Out, the podcast where four brothers have united their powers to become the four horsemen of geek to bring you the best and latest geeky news, except there's only three of us this week.
For good reason.
For good reason.
Ryan is on his way to Dragon Con.
Yeah,
and
I'm your host, Barry, and Mike and John, sorry, are with me.
I'm John.
Barry. Or depending on where they are, it could be.
I was going to say,
it could be anywhere
right.
because technically
John's recording
the video,
so
so
you guys
he's
are
down there.
And I'm down here.
So
awesome.
So welcome to the Closet Geek. Yeah, we apologize that Ryan is not here, but like Mike said, good excuse.
We don't apologize that he's not here. He has a dang good reason. He's going to Dragon Con.
Yeah, he is.
And he's going to premiere his Beast cosplay, which we really look forward to seeing good pics of.
And he'll be taking professional photos of his Ultron one.
Yeah. And he's going to be doing some really nice costume shoots after and during Dragon Con. You know, we're just happy that he's going to get there safely because he blew a tire on the way.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure he'll tell us more about that story next week.
Yeah.
So he'll be back to talk Dragon Con, and I'll be gone.
Is it
for
next
Salt
week
Lake
or in
Comic
2
Con?
weeks?
Next week is Salt Lake Comic Con.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like I said, I won't be here next week because I'll be at Salt Lake Comic Con, but Ryan will be back to talk Dragon Con, and I don't know. We were having,
I think
Bill Duran.
Bill is scheduled to come on the week after on the 11th.
Oh, sweet! So
Okay.
I'll be back for
you'll be back.
that.
Yeah.
So
nice.
we'll talk Dragon Con again.
Maybe we'll talk Dragon Con again, and I can talk Salt Lake Comic Con, and I'll have pictures and hopefully some sand bites and
Sand
going
bites.
to be
Sand bites. Biting the sand. I love sand. It's so yummy.
All right.
Is that
it'll be
what sandwiches are made from?
All right, let's go to our first segment of the show, which is called This Week.
This week in Geek.
All right, you guys have funny looks on your face again.
Because your audio keeps cutting out. Like
it's
you
not
must,
cutting
I wonder
out.
if you when you're clicking the button, it jumps for a second. Anyway,
Yeah,
how about you start today,
You guys
Barry?
are just picky. I will start today. This is the segment of the show where we talk about things we did geeky throughout the week and the things we love and that we can recommend to you guys to go do. So, yeah, we can actually point at you guys now.
And you can see it.
And you can see it because we record our video now, and that's on our YouTube channel. So just search for The Closet Geek on YouTube, and you'll find us.
And John made sure to choose the high-end settings for recording.
That's right.
So that way, when we turn our heads, it's not.
Well, it might still do that.
Anyway,
pretty comical.
So, really, it was a slow week for me. I didn't really do a lot. I finally saw Spider-Man 2 because I never saw it in the theaters.
I still haven't seen Spider-Man 2.
And you know what?
I still haven't seen the first one.
Oh, dude.
You know,
I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan.
Yeah, that's probably well.
Shut your face.
We know
It's
you're
true.
a Star Wars Spider-Man fan, Barry. But all the rest of the brothers, it's like we'll see it, but it's not on my priority list. I never went and saw it in the theater.
Well, I saw it.
My son saw
How was it? I haven't seen it.
It was really, really, really good. Cool. I liked it a lot. I liked the themes, and there's certain things that happened in it that I was really happy with. I won't spoilers or anything, but
It's been out for a while, even though I
Oh.
haven't seen it. I don't think you're gonna spoil it.
but people are probably going to see it on video like me, so I won't spoil it yet. But I really liked all the character development. I liked all the villains. I thought because we know the Rhino's actually only in it for like 15 minutes. Green Goblin's only in it for like 15 minutes. The main villain is Electro, and they really did a good job with him. Jamie Foxx did a really good job acting. Everyone did really good acting.
That's good.
But yeah, my wife liked it so much that she says she likes it more than Avengers.
What? Come on.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well,
So, well, it had a really
all to
good
their own.
Yeah,
world.
but it had a good really theme. The whole theme of the show was like hope and don't lose hope, and it was just really cool.
I
Yeah,
see.
it was very
All right.
enjoyable.
All right.
So I recommend it to go see it if you haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
But the rest of my geeking time has, I've been watching a lot of anime lately. And
Yay.
My influence on you
Yeah.
all.
No, because we watch good anime.
That's right. We don't watch shoujo. But no,
I watch everything.
I'm all caught up on SAO Sword Art Online season
All
2.
the way to episode 8.
Yes,
9 comes out
nine.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or Saturday for everybody
Saturday.
else.
Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I watched episode 8 and I watched all the way up to episode 7 of Ald Noah Zero, which
You're
is
ahead of me.
and episode 8 of that comes out on Saturday as well. So I'm all caught up with that. Really liking that. It's really good. I like it a lot.
Cool.
So I recommend that to people. I haven't been able to do any more reading in my book, The Warbreaker by Brandon
Really?
Sanderson. Yeah, it's just well, I get home and I like tonight I got home late because I had to go to a ribbon cutting for my work. Yeah.
Ooh.
I go to fancy events like that now.
Good job, man.
Yeah. Woo. So, no, it's just I get home and want to spend time with family and kids, and when the kids are in bed, my wife and I like to hang out together, and sometimes we are hanging out together is reading, but recently it's been watching, like we watched Spider-Man one night, we watched some Doctor Who the other night. So yeah. So, but good
stuff.
times. There's one thing that I haven't been able to do a lot of lately that I'm kind of like sad, and I need to get a fix of it, is I haven't been able to do any gaming lately. Like I just want to sit down and I just want to just play like a whole night or something. Just sit there and play video games.
Oh, yeah, video games. I've played plenty of video games, but like tabletop gaming?
Oh.
No, I haven't done tabletop gaming in months.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have had invites to 5 different groups, but I don't have the time to
You're
commit.
like, I already quit my group.
Yeah, well, it's because I didn't have the time, and so I realized, even though there's all these people who are like, "Ooh, Mike's available, come game with us," I'm like,
Right.
I can't.
Right.
And
guys,
even
there's
when I
a
do,
reason why I quit my
there's
other
a reason
group.
there's a reason I'm in this
it's not
position.
that so I can
This
join
is
you.
this is self-chosen. No,
So.
it's depending on a change of job venue here, that might change my schedule. So
Oh, that's true.
Well,
Because you'll have no job.
no, I will always have a job, but I have been pushed on to the next level.
You've been kicked out of the nest.
Yeah. My boss said,
It's time for you to
it's
spread
time
your
for
wings
you
and
to
fly.
go
broken
on
wings
to
to
the
the
next
next life,
level
buddy.
of your career field. And I went, okay, I'll start looking for a job. Thanks for not firing me for, No, it was one of those just professional level disagreements where we just determined that we couldn't work together
Take
successfully.
this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more.
That's the hard part is I love my job and I love everything about it. I
He's
just
totally
have a hard
seeing
time
that when he
working with
leaves
her.
too, just like doing the moonwalk as he leaves. He's like,
Doing the moonwalk.
take it, shove it. So
Whoa, that's just like 5 different things thrown together in a mashup.
that's right. I don't mess around.
Very
That's it for
Rick's
me.
mashup.
My Geek Week.
Moving on.
Can't say Ryan because he's not here. He's at Dragon Con.
No, but those who are watching his Chewy Changa feed on Facebook did experience with him.
That's his prop making
his
page
craziness with
all of
losing
that
hoses while he was trying to do airbrushing, and then he had to go out into St. Petersburg for the first time and find
he had to
hoses.
find a hobby shop.
That'll be an interesting story when he gives us those details.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Mike, why don't you go next?
Sure. As everyone else apparently recently, Sword Art Online 2.
Woo!
It's just awesome.
We all like it.
I'm like,
so
if you haven't watched SAO2 yet, Sword Art Online 2, go now. It's everywhere. Find it.
You could watch the
it.
first one as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you haven't seen the first one.
Yeah.
It's just keeping up irregular at Magic High School. Yes, I know. Okay, stop hissing, everyone out there. Okay, it's almost over. You'll never have to hear about it until season 2. No, free,
dude.
Eternal
Even your own people in your
club
Salt Lake
members.
anime group are like, dude, stop watching that show.
I just feel like I have to complete it. I don't know why. But
there is no have to.
Yeah, there is. I'm waiting for the purposeful moment to connect everything together, and it's happening. Anyway, but I've also I started picking up where I left off watching Free, the Eternal Summer, which is season 2 of Free. It's the swim. Yep, it's the swimming drama. It's awesome. It's a great drama.
See, you laugh at that.
Lots
John,
of feels. Lots of feels.
One of the shows that I thought I wouldn't like at all was a boxing anime called Hajime no Ippo, and like I was really into that. Like like when he would go into the boxing ring and like he'd have the matches and everything, I was like, yeah, and then later after I'm like, I should totally learn how to box. Yeah. It was like
nice.
it was like that type of show that like pumped you up, that made you want to do what they were doing.
Well, I swam through high school, and so it is a high school level swimming show, and you can just relate to the athleticism, to all the crazy amount of hours that you put in the pool. You can relate to that, especially if you've gone through that before. But the show that I finished this week is Lovely Complex, which is the SLC anime of the month for review. Huge feels for this show. It makes me remember high school, just like all the craziness of like friends getting ready to go off to college, and you're not sure where everyone's going, and everybody's kind of like in that happy but sad state at the end of high school. But it ends really well. I fell in love with all the characters, and I ended up laughing a lot, surprisingly, because normally certain types of comedy don't go well with me. They just kind of rub me the wrong way. But this one had just the right amount of comedy, lots of like touchy-feely moments, which I enjoyed. But overall, really, really liked it. I actually felt kind of bummed it was over. I was like, oh, that's episode 25. It's all done. Oh,
but it's good that it's episode 25 and done, because there's been there's a couple animes that I was really into, and I want to kind of get back into it, but they're the animes that have 5 million episodes, and you're just like,
it's like Fairy Tail or Bleach.
No, it's Naruto. That's Naruto Shippuden. That's the one.
Like what, 300 episodes and
it's
counting.
370
and going.
And well, and the thing is I stopped watching it when like there's the huge battle of the first part of the big war that they're in, and then like there was like 10 episodes of just like filler.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
like, get back to the battle. And so I'm just
Right.
like, I'm done. I'm done with the filler.
Yeah,
Anime
so-
filler stuck. It sucks.
Fillers aren't cool, especially when there's like 8 minutes of filler at the beginning of the episode based off of what happened the episode before, and I'm like,
I know. It's
See-
like, come
see, but
on,
it's-
I've already
but it's-
watched this.
Bleach is famous for that.
Oh,
for
Bleach
having,
is
like,
really bad for that. But
5
you know
or
what?
6 minutes of filler at the beginning. You're like, I've seen all this before, and then it finally happens, and then
Yeah.
the episode's so
But,
short. Like, great, I'm not gonna watch another 6 minutes of filler.
But Dragon Ball Z doesn't have filler episodes. Their filler is powering up.
Yeah.
Like they don't have
3
they're-
episodes to power up.
They're like,
Oh,
I'm
well-
gonna power up now.
As soon as the narrator starts talking, you're like, oh man, the episode's already over. Crap. But I've been watching Enterprise, Star Trek Enterprise. I'm on
It's been
season
a
4.
long road.
At first, I really didn't like the song at all, but they did change it up a little bit for season 3 and 4.
They realized
but
how
it's
lame
still-
it was.
Yeah,
it's lame.
The only thing
Lame.
lame about the show is the opening song. The
Yeah.
show itself has been fantastic.
Yes, I agree. I
Well,
really liked Enterprise.
It's like well written, well directed,
I like
great
Scott
sound
Bakula.
effects, great everything. I mean, it was a wonderful show, but
Yeah.
because of that opening song and opening sequence, they lost 95% of the fan base like that. It was like
They're like, what? What am I watching?
it's like you were like 3 minutes into the show, and you're like, okay, I've just watched 2 minutes of this really weird rock and roll contemporary song, and now I have no feeling whatsoever for the show. And I was the same way. I was the same way. I watched 3 episodes, and I was just like, every time the opening
it's
song
funny.
would happen, I couldn't. I just
Fast
couldn't.
forward.
Yeah.
Fast forward.
But I couldn't fast forward. I was watching it live.
But
Oh.
the thing is, it's not necessarily a sung song that ruined it. It was that type of song, because we know that some other sung songs work great, because you look at Firefly, their intro song is awesome. Like, and
But
it
it
fits.
Yeah, it fits, and so does the theme song for Enterprise. It fits, but it doesn't fit the genre that had been created all the way
Yeah.
from the beginning of
It's
the
not.
Star
It's not
Next
Star
Generation.
Trek. Yeah,
Well,
you need just
Even the
instrumental.
original Star Trek, all it had was the instead of the music only. But yeah, so I'm almost done with that. And of course, Doctor Who, like we talked about last
Doctor
episode.
Who.
But
So-
Peter Capaldi, I think he's awesome. I think he's going to be great. The way he acts and the relationship immediately with the companion, it reminds me of the Doctor Who when I was younger and how I related to it. You're wearing
Nice pants.
pajama bottoms there, Barry.
Nice
I'm-
pants.
I'm wearing my pajamas.
You're wearing thanks. Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Is that
Is that what is
It's
that?
a shower curtain.
a shower curtain?
So does that mean the shower's bigger on the inside?
No, but my wife wanted to decorate our master bathroom, and one day she's like, "We're gonna do Doctor Who." I'm like,
What?
"I love you."
Bathroom.
Doctor Who bathroom.
That's
Yep.
funny.
She's like,
gonna get the Dalek toothbrush, so as you brush your teeth, it's like exterminate. No.
Exterminate plaque.
So
But Doctor Who episode 1 was pretty awesome, and I watched a little bit of episode 2, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait
How'd
until
you do that?
I have sources.
It's not even
Because-
out yet.
It's not. It's not out.
because
I had the editor's
someone-
cut.
someone
it-
probably does things
Like the
not
time tick
quite-
in the top left corner, and it was all in black and white. It was the sound editor's version.
That's lame. Why would
That
you
is
do
lame.
I watched like 10 minutes of it, and I was like, no, I'm gonna watch the original release because
That seems
because
silly.
it's out. You can watch it.
So what?
The only thing, it was weird though, because you were watching it without the majority of the sound effects, and there, it was all in black and white.
Yeah.
But you still got the dialogue and the story and so forth. But
Lame.
it would actually be something Barry would want to watch because there's no funky music, right?
Yeah, good.
I thought
All
the
right.
music was pretty good.
But yeah,
All right.
that was kind of my week. Lots of shows this week, and then of course I'm always playing Final Fantasy, so I hardly mention it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you get
It's
to
just your thing.
It's
You,
my
uh,
thing.
it's nice because your wife plays with you, so you get to get
Yeah.
gaming in.
Well, it's
My wife doesn't play video games.
That's not true. She plays Bit Runner.
That's right. She was playing, and
No.
she was randomly playing it one day. I'm like, "What are you doing? Are you
Yeah, but
playing
you
on the
could-
PlayStation?"
That's
know,
awesome.
Yeah, if you can find somebody that games with you, it's awesome. So, although she has been making me work out after gaming, so she's like, "Okay, we're done playing games. It's time for workout before bed." And I was like, "Yay!"
Yay!
And so yesterday was core, and I got about 27 minutes into the workout, and I'm just like, I'm done. My back will give out if I keep going. But anyway, quick background. I've had 2 back surgeries, and so I do a lot of exercise to keep my core strong, but it's hard to go for long periods of time because my muscles are just screwed up back there. Anyway.
John, what'd you do geeky this week?
Sorry,
Sorry.
guys. I went to fitness there for a second. Whoa, hold on there.
I didn't do much either.
It was really one of those weeks.
Well, yeah, and my work schedule wasn't really conducive to spending time doing much else. But I did watch episode 8 of Sword Art Online 2,
Yay.
Battle of Bullets.
What was that?
Or I don't know. I did also watch the episode 1 of the Doctor Who. Yeah, I thought it was really good. It did take me, I don't know, maybe like halfway through the episode. I guess like during the time where he was still kind of adjusting to who he was.
Well, yeah, the very first 1 or 2 episodes is always like, I'm regenerating, so it's all kind of coming back.
So like halfway through the episode, he finally kind of got
found itself a little bit.
Yeah, so he was more of like the Doctor. I'm like, okay, there he is. Let's go forward from here. So, but yeah, I thought he did a great job. And
there's two one-liners in that episode that I just thought were amazing.
Well, don't say them because.
Oh please, they're one-liners. Like it's like a reference. No, but it's the I feel like I'm going to have to kill you, so you might as well have a drink first. That he says to the guy, and then the other one is Clara, I am not your boyfriend, and I'm like, yes,
oh,
woo!
Eh.
No more romantic involvement with the companion. The companion is once again a companion, and not a love interest.
But I think that's one part of why it's been so popular lately, is because the people have been getting into the
tension.
relationships between the
Yeah.
Doctor and especially like when the David Tennant Doctor left and the Matt Smith Doctor, there was that whole, he's leaving and all that kind of stuff and I mean, so that there's the drama there that comes from relationships. And so I'm not one of the people that are like, oh, the Doctor shouldn't have romantic relationships. I don't know. I think, in my opinion, those people are trolls. And
I'm not against it. I just
they're not
think
really.
it's been overdone. I had 3 companions of romantic interest. I'm ready for something new.
But I didn't think that. I didn't
he's
think
lonely.
that took away. I didn't think that took away from the story at all. I think it actually, helped it. But with this new Doctor, things are changed. Things are shaken up.
Yeah.
I thought it was really interesting, however, excuse me, that there seemed to be a lot of dialogue in the episode that was really kind of guilting the fan into not being grumpy about the fact that he's an older doctor.
Yeah, and even
I thought that was really funny because
well,
just some of the dialogue was they're talking about, well, just because I'm an old man now, and it's like, okay,
even
so
Stephen Moffat said he was going to write in, be like, hey, you have to understand.
So it was kind of interesting how there was a lot of dialogue about the fact that he is this newer, older doctor and not a pretty boy anymore and all that kind of stuff. And my wife Rachel, she's like, oh my gosh, they're like totally guilting you into liking the new doctor, aren't they? I thought that was kind of funny how they went about doing that. I have done a little bit of gaming lately, not a ton, but there's a new MMO being developed. It's called ArcAge. Well, it's not new. It's been in Korea for a long time, but it's like coming over to Western. And so I got into the beta for that for the past couple weekends, kind of been playing around with that. It's really pretty, like most Asian MMOs are very graphically pretty.
They are.
And so that's kind of been kind of fun. And so I've just been playing with that, and it is going to be free to play when it comes out. So take that however you want. The other game that I got into the beta of The Crew, which is the racing game that's being put out by Ubisoft.
I've never been big into racing games.
Me neither, but I really enjoyed the Burnout Paradise that was made by Criterion Games. Well, I like the whole Burnout series. They're just fun games. But then Criterion also made one of the latest Need for Speed games, Most Wanted, and that one was really cool too. See, I'm not really into like the simulation type of racing games, but I enjoy more of the arcadey kind of thing. So
like an action adventure racing game.
Yeah, and that's what The Crew is. In fact, like when the game starts, you immediately are like thrown into and are like immediately doing this like cross country escape from cops. You're in this big, huge Ford 4x4 monster truck, and you're just like going cross country literally through fields and through fences, trying to get away from the cops and all that kind of stuff. So it was kind of fun. And then so that I did sign up to try to get into the PlayStation 4 beta for The Crew. Yeah. So we'll see. I don't think that's coming until September. But I was playing it on my PC.
Okay.
The recent beta. Playing a racing game on the PC. See, I don't have like a game controller for my PC.
Oh, so
I was just using the keyboard controls. So, so it wasn't really the best control setup to really take advantage of the racing game, but it was still fun. I mean, it's probably going to be something that I'll maybe check out later when it comes out. But other than that, I haven't really done much. I did pick up the next Dresden Files book. I'm reading White Knight. Yeah, so I just started reading that one. I'm maybe 100 pages into it, not very far, but so yeah. That's about it.
It takes me forever to get to 100 pages.
So yeah, but other than that, I haven't really been doing a whole lot.
Okay, cool. Well, let's go to our next segment of the show.
All right.
The Weekly Geek segment where we talk about geeky news. What's going on? Not much going on this week.
Yeah, it's kind of a slow week.
It has been a slow week.
I think, last week there was like a lot of, Gamescom news that we were kind of talking about. And whatever the case might be, there was a lot of all that slew of Star Wars rumors that came out and stuff.
And now they're saying, hey, we're filming again.
Yeah.
Right. So. But this week, there wasn't really a whole lot. Now, I do know that the PAX Prime is this coming weekend.
Yeah,
So, there may be some additional gaming news that comes out of that. Usually, however, most developers have already made any announcements they're going to make between E3 and Gamescom. PAX Prime is usually just, hey, come and check out our games that we've already announced. I think Microsoft is going to have a pretty big presence there. They're going to have a lot of their games that aren't released yet that people are going to be able to play, like Sunset Overdrive and the Halo Master Chief Collection.
Evolve.
Games like those, they'll probably have.
Square Enix has sent out a notice this month for their newsletter saying, hey, we have some specials and some things with PAX coming up. Most of it's all mobile gaming, all like the Nintendo 3DS, and then I think there's some PS Vita stuff coming out, but nothing major console.
Yeah, I think it wasn't really a big gaming week as far as news is concerned. I think the biggest news as far as gaming is concerned was the fact that there was
Amazon bought Twitch.
Oh yeah, there was that.
Well, that's more tech.
Well, that's gaming.
But Twitch is gaming.
Twitch is gaming. Yeah,
that's what it is. It's really interesting to see because Twitch.
Well, everyone was really worried because they're like, because initially it was Google who was going to buy out Twitch, and everyone's like, Google's gonna ruin everything. Like they touch it, and people will troll as they troll. But
I think the big thing was that people were concerned because Google has YouTube.
Yeah.
And they were afraid that with Google having Twitch as well, that that kind of sets up
maybe
more
conflict of interest.
Well, it would be more like monopoly. Yeah, and so like antitrust issues. And so I think that's why Google pulled out. Actually, is because I think they saw that there may have been some antitrust
bad
issues.
PR issues.
Right. And so they didn't want to deal with any of the legality of it. And so
now people
Amazon
get to
stepped
complain.
in.
Yeah. People get to complain about Amazon ruining it.
So I think
now.
that's kind of an interesting purchase because Amazon in and of themselves, I mean, they have their Prime video streaming service. But I mean, they have said that they're not going to change Twitch at all. They're going to leave it as it is.
All the staff is going to say the same. Yeah. Everything. They just own them now.
Yeah. It's just. I mean, it's basically just another revenue stream for Amazon. Is really what it's going to be. And then of course Twitch is going to have the backing of Amazon behind them. So it's never going to be.
Always nice to have.
They're never going to run out of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd hope anyway.
Right. So I do think that that was kind of an interesting.
So earlier this week, jumped online to try and play some Final Fantasy on the PS4,
and it wasn't
working.
And down again.
We were trying to figure out what was going on, and then sure enough, in the news the next morning, PSN was attacked by this group called Lizard.
I don't even know
something.
What
it was like something Lizard or whatever. Some hacking group who just wanted to make a name for themselves. So they're like, hey, let's attack this big company. Luckily, it was such a minor infringement. They were able to fix it in like a quarter of a day's maintenance.
No, it took them about a day.
Well,
I was hoping they.
It took them half of the 25th to fix it, but they were down for almost 48 hours.
Right.
Because they went down mid-Sunday, all of Monday, and then they fixed it Tuesday.
Yeah, so they were down for a while.
I was hoping
it
they'd
was
be
fixed
down
by
for
Tuesday,
3 months
like
again so I could get some more free games.
No, I like my gaming.
What I thought was interesting is that it wasn't just Sony. It was
Xbox,
Microsoft,
and Blizzard.
But then I also found out that even like other MMO games like EVE Online was affected. So I mean, this group went out and just went.
What was the purpose?
What's ever the purpose?
What are hackers?
Wasn't this the same group that also did the bomb threat on Sony's CEO? I'm like, hello, these aren't just hackers; these are terrorists.
Well,
yes, they call it cyber terrorism, but it's they've gotten to the point where they're like, okay, we're not just messing with information, we're actually threatening life.
Right. And that's where it's really
I don't understand it. It makes no
whatever
sense.
lines there.
Well, that reminds me of
purpose did this have?
Of the
none.
Did you guys see the video
Piss
of
us all off.
what's called swatting now? Like,
oh no, I didn't really understand what the story was.
So the story was that this guy was playing a first-person shooter online.
He was playing Counter-Strike.
Yeah, and someone who he was playing against called the SWAT
911.
Called the SWAT team or 911 and said that he
has a hostage.
Had killed 2 people and has hostages in this building.
Right.
As a prank because he was beating him in Counter-Strike.
Right.
And so they have the video, like he was streaming video.
Right.
And so the SWAT team comes in and they just, throw him on the ground and all this stuff because they thought he was a hostile person.
Right.
And if he would have made a wrong move, like if they thought he was going to go for a weapon, they could have killed him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's ridiculous that people are like, oh, and then someone on Twitter claimed that it was them, and then and like a couple of news people tried to reach out to him, and he's like, oh, I'm not sorry that I wasted the SWAT's time, but I'm sorry that the other guy got thrown to the ground or something like that. But it's just like, yeah, but people, not just him, but other people could have been hurt, and it's just. People are so stupid.
See, my question in all of that is it had to have been
someone he knew,
somebody that he knew,
or knew that he worked at
so that they could
place.
Point him in the right direction. Now, see, the guy that was affected
is the owner of a company.
He's a regular streamer.
Yeah,
and so if you watched his stream enough. Then he might in his stream mention where he works or whatever the case might be or something. But apparently the guy that called 911 on him had to have known him at least enough to know where he was.
It worked, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's stupid.
Which see, I mean,
I'm sure somebody's going to get charged with false use of 911 and so forth.
And see, the thing is that they're going to track it back. They're going to track it back to who called in.
Oh, yeah. And as long as they have the.
Well, they said they already had someone in custody.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and that's.
Yeah, as long as they have the enhanced 911, they can easily track them.
Yep.
So
anyway. It was not a good week for gaming.
No, gaming. Gaming
in general.
Gamers being attacked on. Digitally and physically.
It really put off the beginning of the week when it came to gaming. Yeah.
It's not a good
other tech news though. Apparently Hewlett Packard's power cords are catching fire and burning people's computers and offices and houses. So they're recalling like millions of power cords from this batch or something like that.
I don't know.
Oh man,
it's just like any other.
I know, but it's just like you think they're. I mean, it's not like they're a small company.
No, I was gonna say when was the last time Hewlett Packard was in the news? Have you ever considered the fact that maybe they made a million versions of a bad cord trying to cause a fire, and they're like, "Yay, publicity!"
What? No, Hewlett Packard.
That's gonna hurt.
The marketers at the company are like, "What a great idea! Let's cause fires."
No,
they make plenty of money. They don't need bad publicity to make money.
Other tech news. September gonna be a big month for Apple.
They're gonna have their
already.
Next,
I mean, it's only been what a year and a half since the iPhone 5.
Yeah, and that's as long as
they put out a phone every year.
True.
Yeah.
Most
Why
companies
is this new to you?
No,
well, the problem is
companies put out a phone every year. The iPhone, they've normally had these huge gaps where they seem to fall behind everybody, and then they come out with a new phone that's already behind everybody, and now they're finally catching up to putting out a phone.
And there's no
enough to keep up.
There's no denying that Apple is behind technology-wise behind phones, but that's why people don't buy Apple phones because they're the most high tech
Buy
devices.
Apple phones because it has a symbol on the back that says this is an iPad or
Well, you know what? And
iPhone
some
or an
people,
iDevice.
that is the reason for some people, but some
Oh, yeah.
people,
I mean,
some people just prefer the iOS system too.
The service.
did you see that? What was it? Jimmy Kimmel when he went out on the streets.
Oh
of
yeah,
New York,
with the
and he's like-
with the
and
watch.
They put like a Casio watch, but then like placed a Apple logo
Apple
on the back of it.
on the back
On
of
the,
it.
and they're like, hey, this is the new Apple iWatch. You know, try this. And people are like, this is great. This is a great product. This is really innovative. And I'm like, and they're like, this is like a $2 Casio watch. You know?
Yeah. Well, that's
Well, we'll just
besides-
get it because it's an iProduct.
yeah. Well, besides the iPhone 6 and possibly their new basically phablet that
Is
they'll
there-
be
Right.
bringing out.
Yeah, is there
Um,
any pictures?
they're also
of it?
no, there's no pictures yet.
And
Also-
they haven't
there's also-
officially said what's going
That's
to be
why
announced.
they haven't even said that's what
All
the
they've
conference
officially
is about.
said is that they're going to have a conference.
And they rented out a larger venue space so they could fit more people in. So
Right.
Because
So-
people have expressed interest.
They're obviously going to announce
It's gonna be the
you know.
iPhone 6, the iPhablet, if that's what they're calling it. They're gonna announce they'll have the iWatch there, if that's what they're calling it, and
maybe. Yeah,
they'll
we'll see.
they'll talk about iOS 8.
Yeah,
So, but
it'll be big.
yeah,
It'll
it-
sell a bazillion.
I was on the way home from work, and on the news they were talking about a Action Comic #1 selling for $3.2 million
Yeah.
for
It
the
was
Superman.
the
comic.
first introduction of Superman. Yeah.
Now, what's interesting is the original purchaser purchased it on the day of release for some reason, read it, but then he packaged it perfectly, with like proper backing, dust cover, and then put it in a cedar chest, like a
And then
really
just
nice original cedar chest, which keeps
forgot about
everything nice. Well, no, and kept it. But then finally they got to a certain age and they're like, you know what? I'm going to either sell this or give it to my posterity. Well, they sold it, and the person who purchased it did the same thing. The person who purchased it kept all the original packaging, didn't change anything, and built a cedar chest just like the original owner had. And as anybody who really is a hardcore collector of any paper products, cedar chests are great for keeping moisture away from paper or other products. And then finally, this person says, you know what? I've had this for a long time. I've been storing it the same way the original person stored it. I'm going to sell it on eBay. And they said since it's been in that dark, dry environment, it is the most pristine copy of Action Comics #1 that has ever been like announced or discovered
Right.
ever. And so they said that the colors are still pristine as if it was right off the press. And I'm like, no wonder
Right.
it went for $3.2 million for a collector out there. That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty awesome, but I just can't see spending that much money on a comic
Well,
book.
yeah.
You do realize that people are spending that much money. It's like you going out and buying a $40 product.
Well,
I
what's funny
that much.
is that the 3.2 million is now like the record for the most expensive. The previous record was held by another copy
Number one
of
Action.
Action #1,
wasn't it?
but
was
it
like
just wasn't as
450 something?
it wasn't as good a quality.
Yeah.
But what's funny is that the one that previously held the record was once owned by Nicolas Cage.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny.
But he didn't own it when it sold for its
Yeah.
record amount, but he was one of the people that it passed through the hands. But yeah, I guess the person that sold it, the guy was a collectibles dealer. His name is Darren Adams, and he owns Pristine Comics in Washington, and he sold it to ComicConnect.com, which is an online comic book auctioneer, and then they worked with eBay on the auction. But yeah, I just
It's
thought
amazing.
yeah, that somebody was willing to pay $3.2 million. I mean, sure, I understand that it's
The
first
collector
appearance.
mentality.
Well, that it's the first
yeah.
appearance of Superman and all that stuff. But I mean, other than the fact that you can say now that you own the most, highly graded copy of Action Comics #1.
Well, isn't it amazing how originally went for 10 cents?
You're never gonna.
And now it's selling for
nobody-
3.2 million.
Nobody's ever gonna pay $3.2 million for it again.
Yeah.
I don't think
Not for a couple years.
Wait another.
I mean, so
20 years
wait for
or
it.
so.
I mean, I understand maybe previously the guy purchased it and held on to it as in order for it to.
Well, obviously,
as
the
an
original
investment,
owner felt that it was important
as an
enough
investment,
to keep a hold on it.
Well, but I don't know if the dealer was the original owner, because it says that he was a collectibles dealer, that
Right.
he owned a comics shop.
And that's the guy the guy who created the cedar chest based off of what the original purchaser did. So that's the collector guy who sold it to this auction place for,
I see.
to get the 3.2 million.
Yeah, so he knew that it was an investment.
Correct.
So, but the person that actually purchased it for
why-
$3.2 million, that's not
How
an
did they?
investment.
Yeah. How did they know? Did they
not gonna-
forget about it, or did they think,
I
you know
don't
what?
know.
This is iconic. I better keep
I don't
this
know. I don't-
pristine.
Whatever.
Well,
I'm
on
thinking,
that,
if I had $3.2 million spare
I would not
change,
spend it on a
I
Spare
wouldn't buy a
change.
comic
Be
with
like,
it.
should I buy a big boat or should I buy a comic?
Well, on that note, let's go to Geeky Trivia!
You guys are too much alike. All right.
All right. John is in charge of Geeky Trivia this week.
Yes. All right. I have no paper or pencil.
Oh, fail.
All right, hold on.
Go get it. Shame on you.
Well, I have plenty right here on my desk.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
So
It doesn't take me that long.
today's
All right.
What's the
theme.
subject for the night?
So the theme for tonight is Lord of the Rings.
Ooh.
And I hope
Now, is this Lord of the Rings like books, movies, or both?
this is based on the movie trilogy.
Movie
Okay,
trilogy.
movie trilogy. Okay.
So, all right.
Got it.
And I'm cheating.
Oh! You
I
didn't
kind
even
of-
prepare your own question.
Well, I kind of forgot that I was supposed to do trivia this
Do
week.
we get-
oh shoot.
Do we get
little
to
pie
choose what
pieces?
subjects? Do we get pie pieces?
No.
Dang it.
I
That'd
get
be
to
our
choose.
points.
I choose. All right.
right.
Let's see. Let me find. Okay, what is the name of the battering ram at Minas Tirith as chanted by Sauron's servants?
Oh, jeez.
Smegoth? No, that's.
Uh,
No.
big smashy thing. Big
I
smashy
can't.
thing. I
Big
don't know.
smashy thing. No, I can't remember.
I don't
The
know.
name is Grond.
Grand.
Grond.
Yeah.
Yes.
Grond.
Oh,
I knew it was a G sound. I couldn't remember though.
good.
All right. Yeah, good.
Good.
All right.
Good.
Okay, next. Let's see. Who leads Frodo to Shelob's lair?
Gollum.
Gollum is correct.
Oh, see, I thought for some reason I thought that was a trick.
No, because I almost wanted to say Schmeagol, but technically it wasn't Schmeagol. It was Gollum.
Okay. Who first found the ring after it abandoned Gollum?
Bilbo.
Bilbo is correct.
Man. I'm thinking too hard.
Come on, dude. All right. Next. Okay. I'm just trying to find good questions.
Because if they're not good questions, it's not hard enough for a good geek.
How many members of the Fellowship carry bows?
2.
Two.
Name them.
Legolas and Aragorn.
Ah.
I give a point to Michael for 2 and a point to Barry for the names. Good job. All right. What has Sam just spotted when he says in wonderment, "No one at home will believe
Elephants.
this"?
Elephants. That's
Pretty okay. I'll
what he
have
calls them.
They're called oliphants.
Oliphants.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll give you a point for that.
Thank you.
Even though you said it wrong.
Everyone knew what I meant.
All right. What race of being is the first person seen killed by a ring wraith in the films?
Hobbit.
That's correct. Good job.
Who goes there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's right. I was trying to remember it.
Okay, what does Galadriel give to Gimli after he
3
asks
strands of
for
her
a
hair.
hair? Oh, okay, good job. 3 hairs. Okay, point for Barry. Okay,
Next.
right. Whose head does Gandalf threaten to knock against the locked doors of Moria?
Sam. No, not Samwise.
Pippin.
Pippin is correct.
Yeah, I got it.
What? I
Well,
totally got that first.
You both tied. You did both
Oh,
tied.
okay,
So I'll give
whatever.
you both. I'll give you both a point.
I'm like, okay.
Okay.
That's funny.
Who else besides Frodo carries the One Ring at the pass of Cirith Ungol?
Samwise.
Ooh,
Gamgee.
good job. You both got it.
Mm.
All right. Who rescues Faramir from the pyre?
Pippin.
Pippin's correct.
Thank you.
What substance serves as the reflective surface of Galadriel's mirror?
Water.
Water is correct.
I'm like thinking, does it have a special name?
Is
no,
it
it's just water.
She just has a
Dang
pitcher
it.
of water and pours it in there.
Good job.
Special thingy water. What?
Special water.
Special
Special
water.
water.
It's elf water.
Yeah. Woohoo. From an elf tree.
Who surprises Aragorn with a sword as he forages for healing
Elrond.
for Frodo? Elrond is incorrect.
What?
So who gives...
Shall I repeat the
Repeat the question. Yes, please.
Who surprises Aragorn with a sword as he forages for healing herbs for Frodo?
Oh, wait. What's her name? His chica.
Liv Tyler.
Her name is blank from my head.
Okay, I take points away from each of you.
Oh man.
I knew the actress.
Arwen.
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 I knew who the actress was.
It's not that hard.
It is because she's not in the book.
Yes, she is. She's just not the one that does
She's
that
in the
stuff.
appendices.
Yeah. The name's in there somewhere.
All right. What signals to Sam that orcs are coming when he is crying over Frodo's web-bound,
Frodo's sword.
Yeah.
otherwise known
Sting.
as... Okay,
Sting.
come on.
Yeah.
Proper names, please. All right.
Speed round.
Speed round.
Okay, well, I could just read all of these questions here. Some of them I don't even know. Okay, wow, weird. I don't even know. Okay, skip.
Oh, come on!
They're questions.
Surprise you,
No.
mister. I think I know everything about Lord of the Rings.
Let's see.
Blue.
Peter?
Peter? Classic.
No.
Come
What?
on.
Okay. Shh. What father laments no parent should have to bury their child?
Oh, he's the
King of Rohan.
Counselor of Gondor. What's his
it's
name?
the King of Rohan. What's his name though? King. Of Rohan. Like King Theoden?
Oh yes, you pulled it out.
Dang it.
Woo! I didn't think you were gonna get that one, but you did.
Thank you.
Good job. Who leads Frodo, Sam, and Gollum to the path that takes them out of Osgiliath?
Faramir.
Good job.
Come on, Mike. Come on. Bam!
Who does Merry at first think Treebeard has delivered himself and Pippin to?
Sauron.
Sauron.
Sauruman. Sorry.
All right. Saruman. Yeah. That's right.
All right.
Correction.
Which two members of the Fellowship wear full gloves on both hands?
Boromir, and Gimli.
Boromir and Gimli.
Good job. Good job, Michael.
Yeah. Got one.
Yay!
What name besides liar and thief does Gollum call
Cheat.
Smeagol in an internal debate?
Cheat. Liar, thief.
Murderer.
Murderer.
Ah!
Good job.
Ah!
All right. What does Merry break when he falls down the slope while escaping Farmer Maggot?
His
The carrots.
his
The
celery.
carrots is correct.
carrot. I knew it was a vegetable. I was like, what?
That's good.
Good job. All right.
So, 3 more, 2 more.
Sure. Okay, what two members of the Broken Fellowship are the first to meet Gandalf the White?
That'd be Legolas and Aragorn.
Yeah, thank you. Gosh, dang it.
That is incorrect.
What? No,
Legolas
it's
and
Gimli.
Aragorn. Oh wait,
Gimli
no,
and
it's
Aragorn.
Pippin and Merry,
Merry and Pippin, yes.
because Treebeard delivers them to
Because they
him.
saw them a long time before, yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
My bad.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. Okay, what kind of meat, according to Gollum in Cirith Ungol, is sweeter than orc meat?
Fish. No. Rabbit.
Hobbitses.
Is yeah.
Hobbits.
Hobbits is.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
One
Last-
more?
Last
Last
one.
question.
Okay.
Whose name does a delirious Frodo cry out as he's carried off after the Ringwraith attack?
Gandalf.
Gandalf.
Gandalf is correct.
Yay.
Good job. Yeah, okay. All right. And the winner is
Barry by 2.
Barry by 4.
4. Oh, by 4.
Bam.
Hey, we both got some good ones in.
That's right. Yay!
Good job.
Geeky trivia. Woo! All right. That's it for the Closet Geek. What? What do you have?
I was
Something
gonna
to
say I was a little slow on the trivia.
Yeah, like I said, I was not
He was
prepared.
not prepared.
I was not prepared.
Triple prescribed.
You are not prepared.
What? No, that's another card. Oh, I know this one. Okay.
No, it wasn't
All
that.
right.
I was trying to find a good question off of the card.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening to The Closet Geek. You can find us at theclosetgeek.net and on Facebook, Twitter, and now on YouTube to watch our beautiful faces. So go to YouTube and type in The Closet Geek, and we will pop up and subscribe. And also subscribe to our feed on iTunes and rate and review us. And don't forget to join us next week. We are the Four Horsemen of Geek, reminding you to wave your geek flag proudly. Goodbye.
We need some geek.